All right, Gryffindor. So we are attempting to do light reads for this week's general reading. And hopefully that's what we get for you guys as well. Now, you guys have been my heavy hitters, at least for the last couple of reads. Actually, hell, I almost want to say since the beginning. I don't know. But yeah, so here's hoping that I can actually get a nice, sweet, easy, simple read for you guys. And reason being is because we are coming out of the new moon energy, right? And guys, I am not a happy person around the new moon. That draining of the energy right before. So this is before the new moon. Now it's a little hard for me. I rage, I get really angry, and I'm just not really pleasant to be around. Now I've learned over the years to control it, but you know, still something I have to work at. It's just nice being aware of it. But yeah, so I'm trying to keep it light because my energy levels are pretty low. Yeah, and I'm just not trying to go really deep. I feel like we've been going really deep for a few days or a few weeks. This week I just want it light. Just light. That's what I'm going for, okay guys? So, with the Umbridge coming out, oh, what's going on, Gryffindor? All right, let's see. One more card, and we will call it good, and then we'll get a whatchamacallit. We'll get a clarifier. All right, so Hermione's wand, cauldron, Tonks, and Umbridge. All right, what do we got, Gryffindor? What do we got? I like that they used Tonks when she was young. I mean, she's still pretty much young throughout the whole series, right? But she ages so fast from being with Lupin, just with the stress. Like, I mean, it's just kind of how the whole relationship thing goes. So here we have the Hanged Man as your overall clarifier energy. So like a new perspective. It's just kind of funny. I think they really did well with choosing Snape for that. Because, you know, who's seeing who from a new perspective? You have a trio of people. You have, oh my gosh. Okay, so Lily and James and Severus. So who's seeing who from a new perspective? I think they all are seeing each other from a new perspective, right? I find that very interesting. Yeah, obviously I had like a million other things I was just going to say, but my brain kind of stopped there for a moment. Is there anybody that we hate more than Umbridge, right? Like, gosh. Oh, did I assign her I wonder if I assigned her an energy. I don't know. There's not the double card in the stack that I use because that's not the right energy for her. I mean, I almost want to say she carries like the Hierophant energy as far as like that structure and sticking to tradition. However, I really feel like Fudge embodies that far more. Hell, I feel even Lucius Malfoy embodies that kind of structure, but she's like over the top. She's like Hierophant on steroids. You know, IMO. So Tonks, you know, on here they've got her before her hair is turned, right? And they match her up. They stick, so in this little spot right here on most of the other cards, they have, for most of them, their Patronus, right? So we don't know what her Patronus is, but like her heart belongs to Lupin, and Lupin is basically in that, you know, I don't want to call him a monster, but so I've got like this youth loving something for more than what it is, right? No. That's almost right, but it's not the right words. Like, I think I almost want to call it like a true love, right? Like, just that unashamed. Oh, God, who? I just had Fudge and Dumbledore for something. And Fudge in that reading was like looking down onto Dumbledore. And here I have that same thing, right? Like where Umbridge is like staring at them. And you know how much she hates anything that's not normal, right? So it's like that judging. Okay, hang that thought for 1 second. Hang. So we have the cauldron. And that just really makes me think of like, you know, mixing it up, right? Stirring the pot. And Hermione's wand is made out of vine wood. And oh my hell. Dog just like totally massive farted, and oh my god, I can't breathe. Hanged Man, new perspective. Being judged. Vinewood. I don't remember what her phoenix feather was. Hers, I think hers is dragon heartstring, right? It has to be, because Harry's wand is phoenix feather and Ron's is unicorn hair. So yeah, hers is dragon heartstring. And I know that this was for like, I know that her wand basically like signified like basically like a witch that would go on to do like amazing things. I'm getting that same energy that I was getting. God, was it from the Slytherin read? And it's not like I didn't just do it just a few minutes ago. Gryffindor, I really feel like this is basically saying like, look, oh, look, they're both like, we've got like 3 heads looking that way, right? So like we've got Severus and we've got James, and their heads are going that way, and Umbridge's head, it's going that way. It's like looking at the past. I think perhaps don't judge yourself, Gryffindor. Like whatever the hell you were just going through, like all of this heaviness that you've had, I think it's saying like, you know, look, I really said I didn't want to go deep, but I'm really getting a sense of that whole shadow work aspect of that monster within, the madness within, right? Like, and maybe judging yourself for feeling that way. But you know, all of that has to get mixed up, and maybe it's saying like, hey, mix it up a bit, stir the pot a little bit inside you, because you were given this wand, you were given this moment, you were given this power, you were given this piece of information because it was meant for you. So like wherever you're at right now, it's where you're supposed to be. And I think you just need to obtain that different perspective. Try looking at yourself with a fresh pair of eyes. Yeah, that's really what I'm getting. Because this isn't just given to, you know, the qualities of this wand is not given to just your average witch, right? No average bitch here, right? Like this is for somebody that's going to go on to exceed expectations. And I think, like, look at this. Like, look at Lily's face in this. I really don't feel like that's the best drawing I've seen of Lily, but her face is just like, oh, damn. Like, see, she's not looking up at Severus. She's not looking at James. Like, she's just like, oh, I hadn't thought of it that way. And I feel like that's what you're missing right now, Gryffindor, is try getting a different perspective. If you need to talk to a friend, if you need to talk to somebody, anybody, just ask, like, hey, how do you see me? I think that's kind of where you're at. I think you're coming out of this shadow work, or at least maybe to continue that shadow work that you've been working on, right? This pain that you've been trying to like sort through. I feel like right now, take a break from all of that heaviness, all right? And just kind of try to see where you're at. Like, evaluate this moment, evaluate where you're at right now. Right now. And I want you to understand that where you're at right now is where you're supposed to be. It's exactly where you're supposed to be. And I want you to think about what advantages you might actually have from where you're at. And seeing what advantages you have is very, very difficult when you have been living in this aspect of, I don't have any advantages, or damn, I've got this monster within that's just kind of screwing shit up, and I'm kind of judging myself about it. But honey, stir that pot, stir it up, mix it up. The stuff that's inside of you, mix it up. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I don't know if that helps, Gryffindor, but that's what I'm getting from this. So I love you guys, and like always, please be kind to yourself, be good to yourself, and I love you, and I'll see you next week. All right, bye-bye.